Yes, it was a good night at the pool, but it was also a good night at the Bird's Nest for Australia as we picked up our first track and field gold medal. And I'm delighted to welcome to the studio Christine Wolfe, who won the long jump and is now a gold medalist, as well as the silver that you won 4 years ago. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did the competition go for you? Tell us how it went.
Last night, it was different for me, very different. It was a very good competition. It was very good conditions. The stadium is just a great place to be.
Yeah.
The competition was different in that sense that I was concentrating so much on what I had to do that I didn't know how I went and how the other girls went. I knew how I went, of course, because you feel every jump if it was good or if it was bad. And throughout the competition, I was a little bit annoyed about my performance, to be honest.
Yes.
But I didn't know that I was actually leading the competition until my last jump, and when the other girls were congratulating me when they had already finished, and I was just doing my very last jump.
Now, you jump off your prosthetic leg. Is that a change in the long jump that's happened recently, that the prosthetics have become that good? Or has the long jump always been the athletes jumping off the prosthetic leg?
Not always. I think a lot of the boys are jumping off their prosthetic leg, and I've been changing from my right leg, from my proper leg, yes, to the prosthetic leg before Athens already. A coach told me, just try it out, and I thought he was crazy, but I tried it out, and it takes a long time to get used to it and to actually use that leg and not just, go over it. But it actually does make sense to take this leg as a takeoff leg, because you have the other leg, the full leg, as a swing leg. You have the full mass, and
right,
yeah.
We'd love to be able to be showing your jump, but at the moment the host broadcaster is not able to provide it. But maybe in the coming days we'll be able to do that. But we do have the medal presentation, and can you tell us how you felt hearing the Australian national anthem? Because of course you're originally from Germany.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that so much, just to hear the anthem, and that was actually my goal. To hear the anthem playing for me, and I knew it would be a very special experience to hear the Australian anthem for me. And it was strange. Like, at first I was happy and singing along and all that, and suddenly it hit me and I was like, yeah, that's it, And yeah, it was strange. But good.
Strange but good. Yeah. Perhaps we should just tell the story of how you came to be competing for Australia after winning a silver medal for Germany 4 years ago. How did you end up competing for us?
In Athens, I met some members of the Australian team. I loved that team, that atmosphere in the team, and I just loved hanging out with them, and ended up getting invited by the Australian coach to come to Australia, to Canberra, for a training camp for 3 months, just a visit. And so I got there in 2005, beginning of 2005, for 3 months. And only a few weeks into it, I was thinking, well, this is how what I always dreamt about being able to do. This is how I always wanted to train. This is the coach I wanted to have. And I had the plan at first to go back to Germany, keep competing for Germany, come back to Australia when we have winter in Germany, so that's summer in Australia. And so I would have had summer all year round, which was the perfect plan. But I just thought, if I go back to Germany, I will lose what I have been working on in Australia. And so I made the decision to come back and just, stay. And of course, I didn't want my coach to coach me all the time and still be competing for Germany. That's what I can't do with my conscience, that's just wrong. So yeah, I changed to Australia, and I'm very happy about it. It's a totally different feeling. It's totally different support, different atmosphere. It's great.
You've got a nice bit of gold jewellery around your neck, but you deal a fair bit with gold, don't you?
Yeah,
That's kind of a little sideline of yours. Tell us about that.
I'm a goldsmith. I learned to be a goldsmith in Germany, which is a 3.5-year apprenticeship in Germany. I love that job, unfortunately.
You won't be melting this one down,
no, I won't. That's what everyone says. Oh, you can make a few pieces of jewellery out of that. I won't do that. No. But, it's a great job. I love it.
After your amputation, when you were about 15, you went to Atlanta to have a bit of a look. What was the story there?
I always wanted to run again. When I got sick, I had cancer when I was 10 years old, then had lots of operations, lots of dramas and infections and stuff until they amputated my leg. But all the time, for the 5 years that I've been more in hospital than at home, I wanted to run again. That was my biggest concern. And yeah, after the amputation, that option was there that I could, yeah, try to run again. And people in rehabilitation, like they told me you should be running. You're so talented on your legs, and you know. And so I thought, okay, I'll just have a look, because I didn't really know much about the Paralympics. And so I wrote a letter to an organisation in Germany, which is a little bit like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, it's called, I think, yeah. Right. And yeah, they organised a trip for me, so I went to Atlanta and watched it. And after that, I made the decision, yeah, I'm going to try this. Yeah.
Couldn't compete in Sydney, but then you got your chance in Athens, and here you are, a gold medalist. And you've got 100 metres coming up too. That's your other event. How do you feel about that?
I'm very curious. It was always my discipline. It was my discipline that I chose, that I always just wanted to run, and long jump, it just happened. I didn't choose long jump. It's not my chosen discipline, but, well, I guess long jump chose me. And,
yes, and
with 100 metres, I'm curious about it. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't have any expectations.
Your winning jump last night, there's some dispute about whether it was a world record or not, 373, because you've broken that before, but apparently that wasn't recognised, so you weren't sure yourself that this was a new world record last night. I
actually was sure I had the world record before. I was so sure that I had the world record with 392, which I jumped last season, and we sent the forms in and everything to get it officially recognised, but I only found out this morning that it actually wasn't recognised for some reason. Maybe they didn't even send the papers off. I don't know what happened. Yeah. But yeah, so now this is the official new world record. Well,
the world record is yours, the gold medal is yours, and you're ours. That's the great news. And we're delighted that you've found a new home in Australia and enjoying it too. And all the best for the 100 metres, and congratulations on last night.
Thank you.